the Adelaide Crows. Weird team last year, finished 11-12. They missed the finals, didn't they, Stats Guy?
Absolutely robbed Alex's Sydney. I remember him coming into the office last year and saying, it was just part of the game. It was just part of the game. They should have made finals. They were robbed. A lot of close losses as well, so you could say that.
I wouldn't have fallen 44 points behind in that game personally.
That's true. Just me. But yeah, I think our review system still has to get better. It's going to be pretty crap this year. So Adelaide were robbed, and I think they're going to have a good year.
Nice one. When you say have a good year, how good are we talking? Because the over-under is 12.5 wins. They had 11 last year. This is the thing. We're going to go and look at, what are they? They're the 14th oldest team in the AFL. So we've talked about this time and time again. They sort of split the middle a bit, don't they? Yeah. Right? They've got these old experienced dudes like Tex, and you've got a bunch of young dudes in the middle.
You got Laird, who's the older ones.
And away we go. But
Crouch.
Yep.
It's like the 15th most experienced. So average games is 60.
Yeah.
Not much.
No, that's
not bad. So is this the year that they improve, or was last year the sort of weird outlier where they were really good at home, they crushed it? What do we reckon?
So I can't get my head around them. They're the one team I literally can't this year because their midfield, you look at it, it's Dawson, Laird and Crouch. They're the same. They are big, beefy boys, but if Laird and Crouch have 40 handballs between them, you're like, oh yeah, cool. Like, it's probably not going to damage you a lot. And then it's like, Tex can't kick 76 goals again. Like, it just won't happen.
He could. 1 year. I think he's got one more year left.
But it's up to players like the Thriller, our man, Thrillthorpe.
Yeah.
You've also got Rankin and Rochelle who need to lift up as well and be a bit more consistent in their games. But they've got no defenders.
Yeah,
and they've already got injuries so far in the preseason. So, yeah, okay, they might score 100 points a game. They might have 120 put on them.
Yeah, that's
because they leak points very quickly.
That's the thing. I think there's a lot of teams in the comp that won't be able to keep up with their scoring. They were the number one offense last year, 96 points a game. I thought it was a little bit more than that.
But they still lost 12 games.
They still lost a lot of games, really close games. I think they're a bit more experienced now. Their forward line was really inexperienced. They're a little bit more experienced now. I reckon they're going to win some of those close games. And I reckon they will be, again, the number one offense in the comp. If they can up that just a little bit, they'll win some of those close games because a lot of teams can't kick over 100 points.
Their stats were also inflated by playing West Coast twice.
Yes. Yeah, which is very handy.
Yeah.
I'm going under.
Oh.
12.5.
Yeah.
I've got them at 12 wins. So I think in terms of this vibe, you look at it and go, I think they'll have a very similar, like you talked about this, right? The problems with defense. I think that's where it's going to sort of let them down. I think they can still put up scores on everybody, especially when they're playing at home. I just think there would be a little bit of we're just going to figure this out and sort of middle it once again.
Yep.
So it's hard for me to get like super worked up. I know that people have. I'm excited to see this team. They were one of the teams that I talked about in that first show. But I'm still just going to go the under 12.5 just because I think they might land on 12.
Yeah.
So Stats Guy.
Yeah,
Alex,
I'm going over. That's why I've got the blue paddle.
I'm over, but I can't get my head around it.
Oh,
there we go. I got the ding.
The ding, nice.
So Adelaide, 1 under,
I reckon
2
top
over.
4. Yeah.
Are we going to have our locks?
Top 4.
I said that last show.
Right,
that was my big call. That was my big
Stats
call.
Guy's lock.
So that was my.
I was about to say, are we going to have our locks like we had 3 locks last year for for 3 over or unders?
This is my lock definitely for Adelaide. Over. I just think they're going to be really good. I've convinced myself more and more each day. I think, but I'm on them. Yeah.
Sure.
Nice.